Hello, good evening. This is Babul Nakrik from New York. As we started our um, online tutorial on basic Python and Selenium with Python, we are now in the fourth class. I think you are enjoying the class very much, and I'm very much thankful to everybody who are watching my YouTube video, my YouTube channel, and subscribing me. And I'm very much thankful to the U testers, those who are following my status and my classes. And I'm very grateful and super excited to see all beautiful comments on my tutorials, especially on utest.com. Welcome to Nakrek IT. Nakrek IT is in Bangladesh, established by Mr. Shubir Javier Nakrek, one of my great nephews. And I do teach web design and web development, as well as web programming with Python and JavaScript. And in our courses, we teach a part of Selenium with Java and Selenium with Python to make the developers to able to develop 100% standard software, so that after the development of their software, web application or websites, they can conduct the unit testing independently and make sure their software is being developed 100% bug free. And I'm very happy and super excited to share my learning experiences that I learned over the last 7 years: web programming, web design, web development, as well as software developer in test automation, especially Selenium with Python and Selenium with Java. And again, thank you very much, those who are following my video tutorials. We are going to practice what we learned in the previous classes. And at the same time, today I'm going to uh, introduce a very new topic: how we can do our unit testing in Python independently, whoever you are, whether you are a developer or a test engineer, so that you can do the unit testing by yourself. Um, let's start without further ado. I'm going to show you how to do it. So what we are going to discuss today, let me chalk it down, note it down. Today, today we are going to going to learn unit testing with Python, or we can say using Pycharm, okay? Pycharm. And then we are going to generating HTML readable report. After the testing, our task lead or the project manager or our superior, they might be asking for a report. If you work for any client, mm, as a freelancer, your client might ask for a report that is presentable as well as readable. So in that case, we have to prepare a report. Yes, you can prepare it just typing, but it is always better to generate the report that is automatically will be generated from our unit testing. Then finally, we will learn how to push our codes or software that we developed in our test environment to the GitHub. Definitely, we have to have a GitHub account to do it. But don't worry if you don't have, you can just go to www.github.com, then just sign up and practice. It's so simple and easy. I will teach you in a very simplest way so that you can understand, you can follow and practice. And believe me, if you understand my previous 3 tutorials, definitely you are going to understand this one too. Very simple, very easy. Many people will say, they will tell you, oh my God, don't even think of learning about Python and Selenium. It's very tough, very difficult. I will say, no. It's a very simple, very easy. I will make it as simple as water. Okay? Now, in number 3, what we are going to do? We are going to push our test scripts into GitHub. Okay, now it might take um, 1 hour and a half to complete this 3 training program. Okay, one is unit testing with Python using Pycharm IDE. In the earlier classes, I told you what is IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. All right, now let's start our Pycharm. Here is my Pycharm. I can drag it and keep between VMware and Eclipse. Double click and what can we test today? In the last class we tried with google.com, www.google.com, and we also did with Facebook. So today I'm not going to choose neither Facebook nor Google. Um, just close it. I'm going to create a new project and going to name it unit testing. Let's do with utest. Utest. Actually, I'm not sure whether I am allowed to work with utest. I think it will not create any problem. Um, it's just for practice. Then, if you are running Pycharm for the first time, you have to make sure you have project interpreter Python 3 at least. Uh, as I'm using Python 3.72, then you have to click here existing interpreter. If you don't have, then you have to click here and just set it up that you have uh, downloaded and installed on your machine. And in the previous first and second tutorials, I showed you how to do it. Please check the previous tutorials if you uh, didn't watch it. It will be available on my status on utest. Then just click on create, and you want to open on this window or new window. I want to open in new window, definitely. Then I'll just create some folders here. Right button click, then go to new and create a directory. I can say test projects. Okay, then I can say unit test projects. Unit test projects. Then I create another folder and it will be drivers. Okay, then I will also create another folder that is a report, because I will generate also reports on my tests. Okay, so I'll say reports, and we are here. And in the folder unit test projects, I'm going to create a Python file. Then I will say unit test on utest. Then I will choose what kind of test it is, and definitely it is Python unit test. Then just click on OK. And when you will create a Python file on unit test, you will find this template that automatically imported from unit tests. Okay, it's inbuilt. You don't need to write it. All right. Now, uh, we need also driver to conduct the test. So I'm going to my download folder, and from download I will just copy the Chrome driver. We are doing our test on Chrome driver. Okay, so where is Chrome driver? Right here. I just copy, right button click, then copy, go to Pycharm, and this is our new project. I just click on driver, then right button click, and just paste here. And Chrome driver dot exe, I just save it, and driver is right here. Okay, so unit test automatically imported when we created the file and select unit test. Then now we are going to import from Selenium, excuse me, import WebDriver. Still I have bad cold and cough. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'll need to cough maybe. Please excuse me. Since I promised with some of my colleagues on UTest that I'll conduct the basic training up to maybe intermediate level uh, and teach the newbie how to write automation test scripts on Pycharm IDE using Selenium with Python. Um, so uh, I'm just creating this video tutorial just to keep my promises. And at the same time, I'm also creating some video tutorials, more details for the Udemy. You can go to udemy.com and check my courses um, in the next week. So I'm creating and uploading, but still it is not published. I'm going to publish it um, at the end of this month. All right. Now, uh, what we are going to do is first, what do we have to do? We are going to first write. Actually, we have to define. We start with def, then define what we are going to do. We are going to set up, okay, what we are going to set up. We are going to tell the excuse me. First, we are going to create an object. How we can do it? We will say driver is equal to WebDriver dot Chrome, okay, and there will be executable path. We have seen it in the previous classes, and I explained why we need it. Executable underscore path. Then I say is equal to the path of the driver. Okay, the path of the driver. We have to copy it. Then I'll click on Chrome driver, highlight it, then just copy path and just paste here. And if you are using window, then what you have to do, if you keep this backslashes, you have to make it double slashes. But if you want to make it single, then you have to make it forward slashes. Okay, I hope you know by this time what is backward and forward slashes. If you don't know, please go and check the previous 3 tutorials that I already uploaded on my status. on utest.com. Okay, so then I'll say driver dot implicitly wait driver dot implicitly underscore wait. Okay, and I'll take 5 seconds. Then I will say driver dot maximize underscore window. All right, now this is self variable, right? So I will just write it before the driver. It can be anything. It can be CLS, it can be my name, it can be your name, but uh, you have to put the variable here. It can be anything. Okay. Uh, Self is inbuilt, it's by default, and you can put anything in place of self. It can be my name, that doesn't matter, but it will be still working. Okay, so here also self variable. So what you can do, actually, this is inbuilt. Again, this is setup. Then you have to set up also tear down right here. You have to define it first. Def is define, then write tear down, and it should be always indented in Python. If you don't know why indentation is necessary, please go back and check the previous first 2 lectures, the 1 and tutorial 2. Okay, tutorial 1 and tutorial 2. Then again, you can write driver, and then say driver go and get https, okay, then / utest.com. Okay, now uh, let me just uh, commented this line first. How we can comment it, I told you earlier. Just press on Control then / okay. Then I want to also commented this one, okay. Now just we can check whether it is working or not. Yes, it is going to invoke the browser. No test because we didn't write test script anyway. Oh. Excuse me. What we can do, but it should be invoke the browser. Let me check. Okay, it's working, though we cannot see it. Let me make it time. I'm telling the time to, I have to import it to do it. Time. And then I just tell the time to sleep for 5 seconds. Okay. Then let's run the scripts again. What happens? Yes, it's running the test, but we cannot see it. It's so fast. Okay. Mm, let's make it 10 seconds. Now let us run it. We can see test is running here. Okay. It took only 20 seconds. Mm, let us proceed. Mm, how we can do it? We can now tell it actually tear down. So in the tear down, it will not come here. I'm sorry. It will be inside the test. Okay. So this is our test script. Let me put it here. And now it will work definitely. Then I just say self.time.sleep. Then I'll say self dot driver dot close. Okay, then I'll say self dot driver dot quits. All right, this is not cell itself. Then let me run the test and check. Test fail. Okay. Test failed. Let us check why test is failed. Okay, we have to name the test. Okay, so test login functionality. Okay, login functionality of utest. Okay, launching the test, we can see and test failed. Okay, no problem, we don't worry about it. Now uh, let's check how we can fix it. Mm, why we cannot see the running test? It's running test but not being passed. We know it will not pass yet. All right. Sorry. Then mm, actually we don't need it here. I will tell you where we will put it. Then let me try again. Yes, launching PyTest with arguments unit test. Okay, let us check what does it say. Okay, let me check from the very beginning. Everything is okay. Now, mm, definitely we will need it. But before doing it, let us check. Let's go to utest. What do we want to do? Self.driver. Then I will tell it, tell the driver to find element by, say for ID. What's wrong? From Selenium import the time. Okay. Let's go to utest first. utest.com. It's navigating to utest.com. Then what do we want to do? We want to sign up or sign in. Let's test the login functionality I told you, right? So first, what do we have to do to log in? What I have to do is I have to click on in sign in. So I right button click here, then inspect the element. Uh, I explain and taught you how to do it in the earlier tutorials. Click on this arrow icon, then click back on sign in, and it will fix this line, and there is no such element attribute from where we can find the value. So this is actually link text, right? Link text is sign in, so I just copy it and just right button click and copy it. So what we have to do, we have to just take an action and it will be definitely a click. If you want to sign in, what do we have to do manually? We have to just click on sign in button, right? So we have to click. So we are going to take the action that is click. So what I have to do is, it's not find element by ID, it will be find element by link text. So I will just do it driver dot find, we have to put self, then I will just say driver driver dot find element. It should be pop up automatically. It's not coming away, I don't know, maybe something wrong, but it should not be. Find element by link text, and that is sign in, right? And earlier I told you, um, let me make it a little bigger, just so you can drag it. Uh, Let me write a comment here. Uh, Let me do it here. So for find element, what do you have to do? find element needs three actions. Uh, you have to take three steps, not action. I'm sorry. One is you have to find and locate the element. Then secondly, what you have to do is you have to determine action, what you are going to do. And number three, you have to pass the parameter. Okay, parameter. Okay, now number three. So sometimes if you go to, let me show you. If you go to facebook.com, you will find the login button here. But UTest is a little bit different. So first you have to take action, determine action. You have to click. Okay, so it's a little bit different. So what we are going to do first, we have to uh, find and locate. We already find and locate the element. This is by link text, and link text is sign in. Then we have to determine our action, and that is click. All right. Since we are clicking, not sending any email or password, so we are not passing parameter here. What is passing parameter? You will come to know just after this line. So what we are going to do now, we are going to tell the driver, you go and find element for me. Find element by maybe this time not link text. Okay, let's see what we are going to find. We already click here, then we are going to send an email. Sorry. No, testing can be positive testing and negative testing. What is positive testing? Positive testing is um, giving the positive credentials. I mean, the correct email and correct password. And we will test whether we can sign in using the correct uh, email and password. If we can log in, then test is pass. If we cannot log in using correct credentials, then test will fail. Then the application is not functioning as it's supposed to do according to its functional requirements. All right. And in negative testing, how we test? We test the login functionality, providing wrong credentials, incorrect email, incorrect password, and still if we can log in, then something wrong. The software is not developed as the functional requirements demand. All right. So I'm not going to do positive testing here. I'm going to do negative testing because I don't want to show my email and password, you know. But I can do using my email and password, and password can be encrypted also. This is we will be teaching in the advanced level. Today I'm going to show you negative testing. So I'm providing incorrect email and incorrect password. If we can log in, then test is fail, because if anyone can log in using incorrect credentials, then it will become a dangerous for the web application. Nobody is going to use this web application if anyone can just log in using incorrect credentials. I think you understand the logic. Okay, now I'll click just click here and right button click, then inspect the element and click on this icon, then click here so that it doesn't move. Okay, and we see ID is username, name is username, and also that's enough for us. So I can use ID or name. In the last classes we use name. Okay, so today we are using ID. The property is ID, we say attribute also, and the attribute value is username. I just copy it, then so it's by ID. Okay, so we are finding the element by ID, and definitely there will be inverted comma because it's character strings. Okay, then what action we find and locate the element here. Okay, then what we do, we determine action. What action we are going to do? We are going to send keys. Send keys. What keys we are going to send? And that is the email. And we are going to send incorrect email because we are uh, testing, not positive. We are conducting negative testing. So I will write coding and testing. This is my personal, actually business email. Okay, coding and testing daily @gmail.com. Okay, so this is here we are determining the action and we are passing parameter here. Okay, so there are three steps. One is finding and locating the elements, then determining action here, sending something, and what we are sending? We are sending an email address. Okay, we are passing a parameter and that is my email. Okay, not a problem. Okay, now we must maintain the indentation rule. Self dot driver, and let us run this first. And I run here. Actually, it's running the PyTest. I'm not running the PyTest. Just I am doing unit testing. Okay, it, it generated automatically. Sometimes it happens. Just delete it. I'm just conducting unit testing. PyTest is framework. Okay. All right. Attribute error. Okay, no problem. Let's carry on. Right button click, then run. Let's check. Test fail. Okay, no problem. Don't worry about it. Then again, we are telling the driver, find element by name this time. Okay, by name, and it will be, I'm not sure, maybe password. Okay, let's go and check. So let me close it. I'm going to take the element. I want to find element from password. Then I'll just click here, then click on the password box, then name is password, ID also password. Okay, so I can choose name, then I just copy, go back to Pycharm, our project, and just click here, password, then send keys. Determining action is send keys. Okay, and we will pass a parameter that is incorrect password. This is 1 2 3 4 ABCD 1 2 3 4. All right, now again we are going to tell driver self.driver find element by ID. Say for example, we have to check it. Now what do we have to do? We have to click on sign in button, right? So I just right button click, inspect the element, click on this arrow, then click on sign in button, then check. ID is KC login and name is login, type is submit, then I take this one, ID, right button click, copy it, then I just locate it, then I have to determine action. What action we are going to take? We are going to just click. All right. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Then now I am going to check whether it is working now. Yes, it's working, I think. Then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the let me check. When we will log in, actually, uh, what we see, uh, maybe this one. Let me check. So how we can check? We can say self dot driver dot, I want to check the title. Okay. Um, Maybe I can print. I can say print self dot driver dot title. I'm telling driver to print the title. Sorry. Great. I can say x equal to self.driver.title, and I can say prints x. Okay, I'm going to print the title. What does it say? Selenium driver has no attribute. There's no attribute. Chrome. Okay, let's check what's wrong. Chrome. We made a mistake. That's why it's not running. I'm sorry. So now just run it, and it's going to invoke the browser, then implicitly wait for 10 seconds, then expanded the window, then click on sign in, then send the incorrect email address and incorrect password, then click on the button. Okay, now so I think what I can do before send it, we can say time dot sleep 5 seconds, and again I say time dot sleep seconds, and let's see whether we can see it now. Invoking the browser, expanding the window, going to click on sign in button. Okay, yes, click on sign in button. I'm not sure whether it could attribute error. Unit test on utest.py. Okay. Sorry. Say attribute error. Since it is executing, so there is no wrong with it. Test login functionality. No. I'm not sure whether link text this one can click. Let me check it. I just say time dot sleep 10 seconds. then run it again. Invoking the browser, expanding the window. Okay, going to click on sign in button, and it did it, I think. Test fail. Attributor or web driver object has no attribute, and this one, sign in, click. No attribute, find element by link text. Okay. Let's try it again. Driver dot find element by link text. Where is link text? You see, we wrote link text together, but it should be written with underscore. I'm sorry. And sign in, right? Then click. And we have another link text. I forgot, where is it? I think only this one. Alright, now it will be working definitely. Just I save Ctrl S, then run the test. And now invoking the browser, expanding the window, going to click on sign in button, okay, and passing the parameter incorrect email address. It's waiting because we say to sleep by 10 seconds. Then going to send also find element by ID, username, send keys, coding and testing daily. I think test is again failed. Okay, okay, let's check. Again, say attribute error, WebDriver object has no attribute, find element by ID. My goodness, let's check it. No attribute, find element. Let's check it. Find element by ID. Oh, find element by ID. My goodness. Let's check it. Where is find element by ID? Oh, sorry. See, find element. I'm messing up with Java, you know. I'm sorry. Okay. So find underscore element by ID, like this one. You can double check. You can just write dot find element by ID. Where is ID? Right here. All right. And definitely we did mistake in the last one also. I think yes. Find element should be find underscore element. Okay. Underscore elements. Now it should be working. Invoking the browser, expanding the window, then going to click on sign in button. Yes. sending incorrect credentials, yes, and also the password. It's taking time because we told the time to sleep by 15 seconds, 10 seconds. And now, again, the test has become failed. Why? Let's see. Again, attribute error. What the hell? WebDriver. Again, you see, find element right here. We did mistake. Where is it? Find element right here. So it should be elements, right? Okay. Again, save. And this time our test is going to pass. Okay, invoking the browser, expanding the window, maximizing the window, going to click on the sign in button, and yes, going to pass the parameter in incorrect credentials, email address, and sleep for another 10 seconds. Then pass the parameter again, password, sleep, and click. Okay, and this time you see test passed. One test ran and one test passed. Okay, now let's see what happened. So now we are going to, what's the title? There should be title. We told the driver to print the title. Okay, I don't see the title. Where is title? Exactly don't know what is the title of UTest web application. Okay. Then let's log in and check the title. Software test engineer 007@gmail.com. I'm not sure whether I can remember my password. Remember me? Yes. Okay. So title, I'm a little bit confused. Title should be this one, right? Well, let me follow some people. And if you follow my tutorial, just click here, then click on I code, I test, then just check. My position is 316 among 400,045. My goodness, not bad. Okay, and my status update right here. Here are some video tutorial, just check it. Some people are following. I'm really grateful to them. Then thanks Babu, please am interested in practical for both Python and Selenium from Nigeria. Okay, thank you. Then Anapola Chayu Argentina, waiting for Selenium tutorial. Then okay, thank you. And thanks Babu. All right, thank you. You are welcome. Then you will find some more tutorial if you just scroll down. Those who are following refresh. Just today, I'm just going to show them how you can follow the tutorials right here. Some more video tutorials, okay? Mm, some people are commenting really, there are very kind words, exciting comments, okay? Wow, thank you, Bob. I'm going to watch it later today. Okay, no problem. Thank you very much for sharing. Hoping for more. Okay. Mojika is from Philippines. Okay. So here is some short notes. Okay, on Python. So you can check it from here. So I think if I click here, uh, some notifications. Mhm. You are welcome. Anyway, I think UTest platform is the, now I don't exactly see if I go to utest.com. What is the logo? This one, if I log out, UTest platform. Okay, let's check with this. Let me check it again. UTest platform. Mhm. So now I can say self dot sr equal true is what? This is X, right? Then I can say this is UTest platform. Invoking the browser, expanding the window, and going to be clicked on sign in. And yes, going to be sent incorrect credentials, Gmail address, and then sleep for 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Then passing the parameter password, this is obviously incorrect, and click on sign in, and test is going to be failed. Why? Why? Because of this, right? Because of this. UTest platform is not login to UTest. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I understand. This is the message we are looking for. Okay, now if I put it, now it will say yes. Invoking the browser, expanding the window, and going to be clicking on sign in button. Time is slipping for 10 seconds, then going to pass a parameter, and that is codingandtestingdaily at gmail.com, then slipping again 10 seconds, then passing the password parameter, then click on sign in and test, pass. Now, if you just um, just excuse me, if you just comment it, then run the test again. And test is failed. All right, let's run the test. I think you are understanding what is going on. So Selenium is so powerful. Selenium, I told you, it's not just a tool. Selenium is a set of tools that automates browser. Now going to be clicked, yeah, and you see test is pass, but it didn't quit, right? Mm-hmm. So what we can do now, we can quit the driver, and what we can do is we can also print the unit test is successfully completed. Okay. I'm not narrating because it's now self-explanatory what happening. Now you understand what's going on. Okay. So great. And test is passed. And now you can check the unit test is successfully completed. Okay. Now, excuse me. Now, mm, sorry. Now, let's check. This one is done, right? Now we are going to generate HTML readable report for our boss, okay, who is waiting to see it. Okay, how we can do it. Now, can you see the little icon here? Okay, less than icon with an arrow, okay? Export test results. So what you can do, come on, PyTest Casey again. So reports, I will send the report here. So what I have to do is I have to copy the path and just I click here and I am just pasting the folder path of the report right here. I copied it, then just paste it here. Okay, where unit testing, utest slash reports here. And when I click here, if you want to open exported file into browser, then just click here and it will automatically show you the HTML report. Okay, export format is HTML, and just click here and you will see a report is being generated here. You see test results exported successfully. Okay, so just click here. Now you can see a test result for your PyTest for unit testing. Actually, I didn't do PyTest, but it's telling us it's a PyTest. It's actually unit test. Okay. Now here is your test, but I don't want to see the HTML report. What I want to open it into a browser. Open in a browser in a Chrome, and I can check the report here. One test, and that is passed. Okay, I can uh, see login to utest. The unit test is successfully completed. Okay, and I can also extend it and check it. All right, you can expand it, you can collapse it, not a problem. Now you know how to do it. Now let us do another test case. Say for example, I'm just copying it. Okay, and just I'm sorry, uh, I'm copying it. I'm not going to write again, so I just copy it, Control C, then I'm going to paste it here. You have to always follow the rules about indentation. And this time name of the test is login functionality underscore 002. Let me make it login functionality underscore 001. Say for example. Now we want a test to be failing. Which one? Say for example we want this test to be failed. Okay, we write utest in small t, say for example. All right, now run the test and you will see one test is pass and another one is fail because willingly we are change in the um, utest t we are writing in small cap, and it will make our test fail. So we can see one test failed and second test is going to be running. It should be running. Let's wait. Test fail, you see? Test fail. log into utest is not equal to log into utest. Alright, but another test should be passing. What's wrong with it? This should be passing. 001, 00. This should be passing. Alright, let's check what's wrong. Mhm. Well, let me save it, then run. Invoking the browser, expanded the window, and it has been clicked on sign in button. Sending keys, incorrect credentials, incorrect email, then incorrect password, and going to click on sign in. One test fail. Actually, I'm a little bit confused. I think I have another test. So open. Okay, now let me run it again. Invoking the browser, navigate to utest.com, click on sign in, email address and password, and it should tell incorrect password, but it's not telling. What? Okay, log into utest, expected login to utest. Okay, actual expected this, actual is this, so it is fail. Okay, definitely correct. And failures. Okay, if first, second, don't do too long. Okay, one test fail and it's running only one, but we have two test cases, right? What's wrong? Okay, okay, let me make another mistake here, and let us make mistake here too. And now test again, invoking the browser, navigating to utest.com, click on sign in button. Okay, one test. Why it is saying one test? We have two tests, right? test login functionality. What's wrong? Let's check. All right, just a minute, please. Okay, excuse me. I want to check the code from beginning to end. Why? Okay, let's see. When we run the test, there are two test cases, but it's saying only one test case. Invoking the browser, navigating to test.com, clicking on sign in. Okay, sending keys. That is incorrect credentials. codingandtestingdaily@gmail.com. Then the password ABCD1234 and sign in. Now you see one test pass, and again it's conducting test for the second test. Okay, now it's working fine. All right, one test passed and another test failed. It's supposed to fail, right? Okay, great. Now, uh, sometimes it can create problem. Make it just two, one this way. It's better. Okay. Now, one is failed because willingly we did it just to check. Now, if you again pass the parameter here, you test, it will be passing, and just you say username and sign in, and if you say you test, okay, write properly, and both tests will be passing. Okay, and we say the unit test is 100% successfully completed. Invoking the browser, navigating to utahs.com, and going to be clicking on sign in button. Okay, great. Passing the parameter with incorrect credentials, coding and testing daily at gmail.com, then password ABCD1234, then click on sign in. One test's done, another test is running. All right. And this test also going to be passed. I'm not explaining because I did it a lot of times. And this test also going to be passing. You see two tests pass, two out of two tests. Okay, and if you just go to report section, you can find the report now here. Open browser with Chrome, and you see you can expand it, you can collapse it, no problem. Total one pass, but it should be two, right? Okay, let's check what's wrong. Again, PyTest. Actually, we are not doing PyTest. I deleted it. So I want to delete it. So I'm running utest, not PyTest. All right. I'm sorry. This is going to be as long as 2 hours. But what you can do, you can speed up when you are listening or watching the video and make it 1 hour. Second test is running. Now let me explain. I'm going to teach you some more tricks. Okay, so this is unit testing, but in unit testing, what we can do, we can run it from the class level and save our time. It's opening the browser for the first test, closing the browser, and for the second test, it's again opening the browser, closing the browser. So if there are 5 tests or 50 tests, it will be opening and closing again and again. So to to skip it, what we can do, we can run it from the class level. How? Just instead of setup, we can say like set up. We are not choosing the first one, we are choosing the second one, setup class. Okay, and we are running it from the class level. So I can just say CLS means class, and this, even I can keep self, no problem, but I have to then write here self, then CLS and CLS. Then we have to, the tear down setup also should be tear down in the class level. Okay, then just change the CLS. Okay, and we want to quit CLS. Okay, then we can run it. And test failed. Two tests failed. Why? I understand. It's my mistake. Okay, when we are running the test in the class level, we have to set the decorator uh, in Python. We say decorator, and that is class method. We have to put the class method. Okay, class method, and we have to also bring the class method in the setup class. Okay, so right here, class method. All right, now definitely it will be running and both of our tests are going to be passed. All right, now we are skipping to invoke the browser and navigate to your test again and again. Just it should be navigating to you test one time and tear down also being happen only just one time. All right, and done and test passed. So thus we can save our time running our test scripts um, from the class level. All right, and now you can ask me. So let me clarify. So when you are running in the class level, when you're running the test in the class level, you are using the decorator class method, okay? And instead of running this setup method again and again, it will be running only once. And tear down also running just once instead of running twice. If you have 10 test cases, it will be opening and closing 10 times. But if you run in the class level method, it will be running only once, opening once, closing once. Okay, and now you can ask a question, why this main method is for. Okay, so uh, we don't use it when we run it from here directly, but if you want to run this test from uh, command prompts, then you will need this main method. This is inbuilt method, so we didn't write it. It was imported automatically from unit test. Now, uh, how we can do it? Okay, if you run it now, it's invoking, invoking the browser, then navigating to utest. I'm sorry. Passing the parameters, sign in, click on sign in button. All right. Oh my goodness, running for second time. It should not. It should not. Why? Let's check. Why? Okay. I'm not running from PyTest. Okay. Okay. Invoking the browser. Then navigating to utest.com. Going to be clicked on sign in button. sending keys, passing the parameter, and finally going to be clicking on sign in. Then you can see it's saying wrong password, right? The test is passed. Okay. And let me check whether the U tests can be signed in with the wrong credentials. Coding and testing daily @gmail.com ABCD1234. Invalid username and password. Okay, that's good. So our test is passed. Now we also generated the reports. Let me check it. Right button click, go to open in browser, open in Chrome. It says one total, one passed. It should be two though. Uh, Let us generate the report once again. Go to report, just copy the path and click here. Okay, paste it, then just click here. And report is generated here. Open in browser, Chrome. Yes, two tests passed. Okay, you can collapse it. It's up to you. So now what we are going to do is we are going to run this test from the command prompt. I'm going to show you how we can run it from command prompt to uh, to run the command prompts. What we have to do is we have to copy it, copy the file path. I just copy it, then go to CMD, open it, expand it, then just write CD, then paste the path. I'm taking out the file name up to file name keyword, then press enter. This is the file path of our test. Then just write Python and write the file path. What is the name? Sorry, file name. What is the name of the file name? Unit test on utest.py. Unit test. So I just write unit test on utest utest.py. .py and press enter. And it's also opening the browser, invoking the browser, okay? Uh, Navigating to utest.com, click on sign in button, sending keys, passing the parameters, and being clicked on sign in. Okay, and it said invalid password. Definitely, that is why our test is passed. Okay, and now we can check. Yes, it is. And again, the report is ready. All right. So now we know how to run the unit test, then how we can generate HTML readable report, then also how we can run our test from command prompt. You can run command from using some other commands also. I'm not going to uh, go there, and you can also say verbosity is equal to 2, and now you can run the test again and see how the results uh, is coming out. Python you test, actually unit test on utest.py, and see uh, last time we didn't write verbosity is equal to 2. Now I'm going to write verbosity right here is equal to 2, and now see the difference. It's giving you more detail about the test. All right. So here you can see the difference. You see, this line is more here than this one. Here is a little more detail. Okay, so you can also generate your report from here. To do it, you have to um, import the test runner. I'm not going to show you it today uh, because it might take an hour. Mm, but maybe I can do it within 15 or 30 minutes, but I'm not going to um, make you overexcited. Uh, Today, just I'm going to show you another thing, that is how you can push into GitHub this test scripts, this programming codes into um, your GitHub account. So just go to File, then click on Settings, go to Version Control. What is version control right here? Okay, then go to GitHub account. Where is GitHub right here, right? Click on GitHub, and it is already connected. If you are not connected, just click here, and you can give your username and password, then log in, and it will be connected here. I'm already connected, so I'm not going to do it. Then just click on apply, then OK. All right, then go to VCS. Okay, VCS, then go to import into version control, then go to share project on GitHub. Okay, then you can write unit testing on utest. Okay, then you can also write description. This is the unit test on utest. Then just click on share, and it's, you see, it's being shared, and you can write initial commit. Unit test, then click on add, and pushing to GitHub master, you see, sharing into GitHub. And successfully shared the project. Okay, now I can check it. Go to my GitHub account, and I can see unit test on utest project, and click on here, and unit test just 32 seconds before, and our code is here. All right, thus you can share your test scripts on GitHub, and when you practice, you can push every time, and sometimes, um, the hiring company, they might notice it. Sometimes when they interview you, they want to see also your GitHub account, and when they find you have lot of practices, lot of codes, test scripts, lot of frameworks, and they feel confident when they are going to hire you. So thank you very much. I'm really sorry I make it longer. I told you earlier I'm going to take only 1 hour and a half, but I took almost 2 hours. So I think this video will be helpful for you, those who are newbies. I told you at the very beginning of this course is not for the advanced people. This course is for the newbie, those who are planning to go to test automation uh, career, going to switch from one career to automation career, or from manual tester to automation tester. Thank you very much, and next class will be on maybe on mm, PyTest. All right. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening. Uh, if you think um, this video tutorials are inspiring or useful, please don't uh, hesitate to make comments on my YouTube channel and subscribe the channel, and also write comments on UTest also. It will inspire me much. Thank you.